Heyo! That first word was actually hey and hello together. You learn something new every day. You're welcome. Hi everybody, it's Imani. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new here to my channel. Today's video, I'm so excited to film. I actually had a suggestion from one of my subscribers a little while back to do a full face of She-Lam makeup. If you haven't heard of She-Lam, it's basically like a sister brand to Shein, or it's basically Shein's kind of like branch off brand specifically for makeup. And when I got that comment, I was immediately pumped because I already love some of She-Lam's products. I was immediately like, oh my god, this gives me the opportunity to shop for more makeup. At an affordable price too. I went ahead and ordered a ton of She-Lam products, and I kid you not, a lot of these weren't even over $10. I think the most expensive things were probably the foundation and the eye palette that I bought. Everything else, cheap. But cheap isn't always a bad thing, so don't get that in your mind that it's a bad thing.
Cheap is a good thing.
Sometimes cheap stuff is better than the high-end stuff, which is why I want to do this video, because I want to show you guys you can achieve a flawless face without breaking your bank. Because who wants to do that? We got bills. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am to film this video. It is sweater weather. This is my favorite kind of weather. It's nice and gloomy and dark and gray outside, and for some reason it gives me more motivation to film. Why is that? Why am I like this? I am coffee ready. And yes, it's iced coffee because I can drink iced coffee whether it's 100 degrees outside or negative 100. It doesn't change. And look at this, look at that. I already got coffee on my sleeve. I've only been wearing this for less than 30 minutes. I'm way too messy to wear stuff like this. All right. Let's jump right in. I just used my regular skincare today, so my face is nice and prepped. Before we get started, I would like to let you guys know I'm gonna have all of the products mentioned linked down below, so if you missed anything, just check the description box for that, and I'll also try to have the pricing right next to it. So the very first thing we're gonna do is go in with some lip balm. So this is the She-Lam Nourishing Lip Balm. It basically says it adjusts to the temperature of your lips and your natural pH to give you a glow, but it does say 02 pink at the top, so I guess your lips are gonna be whatever shade of pink it wants your lips to be. We're not mad at that though. If I can get it out of the box. All right, she's cute. So it's just this little thin tube, and ooh, wow, it is pretty pink. Look at that. We're going to slather that on. Okay, it's already turning my lips pretty pink. So I think that's enough. It feels pretty good, and my lips are nice and smooth now. So we're ready. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and add some primer. Ooh, look how shiny. You can see my camera and everything. This is the She-Lam Birthday Skin Primer. Comes with a nice little protective cover when you take the cap off. So I'm gonna remove that. And ooh, it kind of feels like that e.l.f. putty primer thingy-majiggy. Feels nice and smooth on my hand, and it feels like it sets pretty fast. I don't know how well that's gonna work with foundation, but we're gonna try it anyway. This is what we got. And how cute, it comes with a little spatula. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm not going to use the spatula. I am just going to kind of warm it up with my finger, take a little bit on each side of my face, and we are going to rub that in. Okay. It feels like, I don't know, like I've never tried the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, but if I was to imagine how that felt, this is kind of that in combination with the e.l.f. Putty Primer. I don't know, it's just very thin in consistency. I don't know, it's hard to explain. You guys would have to feel it. That's what it looks like in the little container. Kind of like a pinky tint, but it doesn't come up as pink on your skin, so that's nice. Okay, I don't notice the biggest difference. Do I look like I have birthday skin? You guys tell me. We'll see how it wears underneath the foundation. Speaking of foundation, if you guys remember, I actually did a first impression and full day wear test of the She-Lam Balm foundation. I fell in love with this foundation, you guys. This, so good, so good. It's the only balm foundation I use. And I finally did get my perfect shade. In that video, I actually used butterscotch, but it was way too light for me. I went ahead and picked up the shade Wheat, and I did swatch this and it looks a lot better on my skin. I would say the undertone is still a little bit off, but it works a lot better than the butterscotch did. But if you guys saw in that video, I did make it work, okay? I tried my best. So since I already tried the Balm foundation, I decided I was gonna try a foundation from them that I had never tried before, and I've actually seen a lot of other people review and rave about. This is a foundation with the longest name ever. It is the She-Lam Complexion Pro Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation. So as soon as I heard the words matte and longwear, those are like my favorite words ever to hear in a foundation. I got really excited, so I was like, let me try this. And I did go ahead and pick this up in the shade Wheat as well, just like the Balm foundation. And ooh, guys, what is with She-Lam and their packaging? I mean, they really give it to you. I like this. It comes with a little velvety sleeve, and then you just take the foundation out of there. I'm guessing that's to help protect it from breaking. So it comes in this really nice frosted glass, and it feels nice and heavy. Like, this feels like a luxurious foundation, you guys. look at that! It comes with a pump. Aren't we excited? I'm gonna go ahead and pump it on the back of my hand. Ooh, she thick, she real thick. So that is what the texture is looking like. So it's not running down my hand at all. Wow, okay. She's pretty thick. I think I might have pumped out a little bit too much, but we're gonna see how this covers on my skin. I'm just going to go ahead and dot it and swipe as I normally would. Cut. Alrighty. I took the time to wash my brushes last night, so they smell amazing, they're nice and clean, and we're just gonna go ahead and blend out the foundation with it. Ooh. See how well this covers. Maybe I should have did one side at a time. I'm getting way too ahead of myself here, you guys, I'm sorry. Wow, it seems to be covering really, really well. And I think the color match, pretty good. We love that. And it is looking pretty matte. Let me come in a little closer for you guys. So this is how it's looking on my skin. I wouldn't say this is an immediate full coverage. I mean, I definitely can still see a lot, but it definitely helped tone down some of the redness that was on my skin from my breakouts. Let me see if we can go ahead and build this up a little bit. I'm just gonna pump a little bit more, and I'm just gonna build up in my problem areas. So at the top of my cheekbones and maybe a little bit. Ooh, it feels like it sets pretty quickly too. I mean, it feels a little sticky, but it definitely feels like it's setting. Wow, we're building up pretty nicely. The thing I like about this is even though it's not super full coverage or anything like that, it still is more of a matte finish and it doesn't look super heavy on the skin. It doesn't really look like you have a lot of makeup on, so I like that. So let's take a closer look. This is how the foundation is sitting on my skin. I think it looks pretty good. I will say so far, it's definitely not impressing me as much as the Balm foundation did, but this looks really good. It feels pretty lightweight on my skin and it definitely is a matte finish. So if you like matte finishes, this one has got you covered. I will definitely keep you guys updated at how well this wears throughout the day. This looks great so far. I'm liking it. I didn't even read you the claims of this foundation, so sorry guys. A next level sweat and waterproof formula, free of fragrances, packed with non-pore clogging ingredients. We like that. While also remaining breathable and lightweight on the skin. Each face-loving shade delivers a semi-matte, filter-like finish for a look that is flawless yet natural every time. Wear this long-wearing buildable foundation to the gym or for a night out with the girls. It's complexion perfecting pro no matter where you go. Nice marketing, She-Lam. So that's really cool that it's waterproof. I didn't realize that. So if he's trying to take you swimming on the first date, you're covered with this foundation. I definitely do agree with the flawless yet natural finish, and it has already pretty much set. It feels tacky, but it also at the same time feels like it's not going anywhere, like it's not gonna come off. I really, really like that. I like when foundations are kind of self-setting and you don't necessarily need to put a powder over top, but of course I still will set because I do have a powder we want to try. So far, this foundation. Next up, we have a couple of concealers to try out, you guys. I found two concealers that I was pretty intrigued by that I wanted to give a shot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna wear one on one half of my face and the other on the other half. The first one I have is the She-Lam Multifix Concealer Corrector Palette. And I have this in the shade Dulce de Leche, and that is what the shades look like. It claims that this is full coverage, so we will see. And then the next one I have is the She-Lam 12-Hour Full Coverage Concealer, and it just looks like this. I have this in the shade Coconut Flakes, so hopefully it matches pretty well. I really wasn't sure about my shade online, so we're gonna hope it matches. I think what I'm gonna first do is go in with Coconut Flakes on this side of my face, just to see how this concealer, ooh. So it has one of those flat doe foot applicators, and it looks like you get a good amount of product on it. We're going to, whoa. Color looks okay. Going in with my e.l.f. sponge, and we are just going to blend that out. Okay. All right, She-Lam. Let me go in with my Real Techniques brush and kind of get in the corners. So far, the coverage is looking pretty good. I have major dark circles going on, and I think it's doing a pretty good job with them. You can still see kind of a gray tint under there, but I mean, the coverage is still pretty good. If you don't have super deep dark circles like I do, then you'll probably really enjoy this. And it looks pretty hydrating under the eyes. So you see it doesn't look drying at all. I really like that. I am just going to build up a little bit more just to see if we can get a fuller coverage out of this. So just right there. Whoop, that might have been a little too much. And we are going to... All right, so this is what that concealer looks like, all blended out. I think it looks pretty good, you guys. Wow, I mean, you can definitely see a difference between this eye and my other eye. And I like that it looks a little, I don't know how to explain, emollient. It looks a little bit glowy under there, so it's not drying under the eye. I really like that. It's not like super matte and setting all the way because the foundation is already pretty matte on its own, so we don't need like an extra matte concealer or anything like that. And this one is looking really good. Hold on, coffee break. We are going to go in with our She-Lam Multifix palette, another clean Real Techniques brush. I'm gonna first try dipping into this shade here. These don't have names, so I don't know. It's like this bottom corner shade. It'll be a good color correction, so let's see. We're gonna go right in there. Ooh. All right, come on coverage. Wow. This one is already seeming like a little bit fuller of a coverage than this one. Like I feel like I won't have to build this up too much. It's looking really good and it's very easy to blend out. And I think I don't even have to mix. Like this color looks perfect. It's actually more of a tone I enjoy. It has a very peachy undertone, which helps to counteract the dark circles under my eye. Looks really good. Wow. And both of these concealers aren't really setting super fast or anything like that, so they make the under eyes look very hydrated, so I really like that. I really like this palette. This has so much multi-use to it, it's insane. I mean, hence the name multi-use or multifix. So you can really adjust your shade of concealer to your perfect match. You can use the yellow as more of a brightener, you can use this lighter pink shade as a brightener, whatever you prefer, and you can even use these darker shades as a contour. This is gonna stay in my collection. Nice. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and set our under eyes before they get all creasy, but I'm not gonna set the rest of my face just yet because I do have a cream contour I wanna try. I've seen this powder on a few people's channel. It looks really great, so I figured I'd try it myself. This is the She-Lam Insta-Ready Face and Under Eye Setting Powder Duo. This is really cool. It actually has a little pop-up lid right here that gives you a translucent powder. And then at the bottom is more of like a face tone color. What we're gonna do is first go in with the translucent powder just under my eyes because I want to get those set. We're going to blend out any creases that might be there. And the powder feels really finely milled, so I think it's gonna be really good at setting my under eye. I'm gonna rub our sponge in there, and I am just going to tap under the eye like so. Alrighty, so that powder feels really lightweight, really nice. I'm liking that so far. I don't usually set my under eyes with a translucent powder because again, I have really deep under eye circles, so I feel like with a translucent powder it just kind of, it gives like more of a gray cast, which I don't love. So I usually set with more of a tinted powder, but I think the tinted powder underneath may be a little too dark for my under eyes, so that's okay, no worries. Now we are gonna go in with a cream or liquid bronzer, I should say, and I also have a blush as well. Oh my gosh, if you guys remember, these actually blew up on TikTok. I think it was like last year or something like that. I'm not entirely sure because I wasn't too big on watching TikTok then, but I remember a lot of people were saying that these blew up on TikTok. So I was really excited to try them. I've never tried them before. I have this one in the shade Golden Sun, and then the blush I have in the shade Float On. The packaging, first of all, is really cute. These are really unique in a sense that it has this little, I really don't know what you would call that, like a little sponge applicator type thing. And what people were doing is they usually just kind of dot it on their face and then blend it out that way. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So they usually just kind of, I think I'm gonna start off with 2 dots. I'm gonna start on one side because I'm a little bit nervous about how this is gonna go. I don't know how they're gonna set or anything like that. And I'm gonna go in with my Eco Tools brush and just kind of pat that out. I don't know how I feel about this color either. It's coming off a little bit cool toned, which I'm not the biggest fan of, so we'll see. Oh, actually, not bad. Wow, I kind of like that. And it blended in so effortlessly. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm liking this. So I'm gonna build up a little bit more because that really wasn't enough. A few dots there, just really small dots. And we're going to blendy, blendy, blendy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how effortless this is to blend these out. It's amazing. I'm really liking that. Wow, now I see why these blew up on TikTok. Nice. Definitely could have gotten a more, I don't know, like maybe a darker shade or maybe like a more golden-y looking shade. This is coming off a little bit cool toned for me, but it doesn't look bad at all, so I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. We're gonna do dots, maybe 3 dots this time. Yeah, I really like that formula, you guys. It blends out so easily. Already obsessed. I definitely need this in about 3 more shades. That looks really, really nice. It's so seamless. I really don't like putting a lot of liquid products on my forehead because I just feel like it's just kind of unnecessary, but we're gonna do it for the sake of this video. I'm gonna start off with those 3 dots, if you can see them. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool toned. I don't know about that. Looks like it might not even show up on my forehead, but we'll see. Oh no, it's showing up. Cool. All right, She-Lam, come through. Really, really like that liquid bronzer, you guys. Wow. Bit on the sides of my nose to contour. I'm not the most stable with this kind of thing, so if I do it wrong, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna blend that out. Okay. Nice and easy. Wow, okay. Now, we also have a liquid blush to try out. This is the shade Float On, like I said. So I'm just gonna put this right on top of where I placed that bronzer. And I really like the shade, you guys. It's like a light peachy coral color. So I'm gonna place a few dots. Oh, maybe start off with 2. Right on my cheeks. And I'm just gonna kind of go in with that same brush because I don't feel like grabbing another one, so we're going to melt that into the cheeks next to the bronzer. I like the shade, but with the blush, it's a little strange. I feel like it's kind of lifting the foundation, so I'm not loving that. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit weird, the effect it's having. Don't know if I'm loving the blush. But like I said, I love the shade. The shade is really, really cute. I like it. It's just the formula is a little finicky. I feel like it's kind of lifting my foundation off. So I don't know about that. All right, so now we are gonna go ahead and set the rest of our face. I'm just gonna be using the bottom of the She-Lam Insta-Ready Powder. They went ahead and put a little extra layer of protection. Some is already coming out there, so I'm just gonna take that and I'm going to use a nice fluffy brush there and just set everything in place. Ooh, really liking this powder, you guys. It's very finely milled, so it's just looking really flawless on the face. And I just spilled it everywhere. Yay, me! All right, we're gonna put some on the forehead. I really like that setting powder. It is nice. I love how it just added this really soft focus finish on my face. So nice. Loving it. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is give the face a rest and skip to the brows. I mentioned how I've been kind of more getting back into the 2016 brows, which involved a lot of pomade, because I'm starting to really want my brows darker and just more defined, and I grew a little tired of the fluffy brows. Not to say that I'm like tired completely and they'll never come back, but I wanted to switch it up. So I did go ahead and pick up a pomade from She-Lam. This is in the shade Ebony. This is called the Boss Brow. Supposedly this is waterproof as well. So guys, I'm just setting you up for that swimming date, okay? And it also comes with a little brush and spoolie, so we're just gonna use that today. I'm gonna first brush my brows just to get them in place where I want them. And this brush is so small, I don't know how this is gonna work, but we're gonna try. I definitely wanna utilize the products that they give, so. And we are going to go to town. Already feels really easy to work with. Okay. Don't know about this brush though. I think I'm going to switch brushes, yeah. Not loving this little mini brush, so we're just gonna use my brush. Dip back in there. This is the Morphe brush, by the way. We're just gonna kind of brush as we go to blend. So this color is definitely dark enough. I was a little bit nervous that it wouldn't be dark enough because some brow pomades I've tried, it looks really dark in the pan or in the pot, but it doesn't actually show up in your brows that way. And this one is truly an ebony color, so I like that. Okay, brows are on. I'm gonna be using that same Dulce de Leche palette to clean up my brows really quick off camera, and then I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, perfect. We've got that done. Now, we're going to kind of migrate back to the face really quick. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm the worst person ever. I really did not realize that I did not pick up a powder bronzer. Horrible, I got a powder blush, but forgot a powder bronzer. How dare I? We're just gonna go ahead and use one of my bronzers. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna take my Sephora Micro Smooth bronzer and just put a very small amount on my cheeks because we definitely want to set our liquids. And this is in the shade Almond, by the way. And sorry, I don't know if I said that this is a bronzer. It's technically not. It's technically a face powder, but I just get it in a darker color to make it a bronzer. And now for the blush, we actually have a duo. So this is the She-Lam Hybrid Highlighter and Blush Duo. This is in the shade Vienna. So that is what that looks like. So the blush is a matte blush, and then you have kind of like a champagne golden highlighter. I really like the way that looks. Ooh, very pretty. So we're first gonna go in with the blush, and I actually have another highlighter I wanna try, so I think I'm gonna try this highlighter on one side and the other on the other. Dip into that, and we're going to, ooh, I really like that color. Wow, that is beautiful. Yeah, guys, I love that color. That is beautiful. I'm gonna try out the two different highlighters I have. So I have the one in here, and then I also have the Glam Mousse highlighter. Looks like that, and this is in the shade Moonbeam. This is supposed to be a mousse texture. Let's see how it looks. I'm gonna swatch them both on my hand first so you guys can see the difference. Ooh, it definitely feels moussey. This is the Moonbeam Mousse highlighter. First, right there. So that is what Moonbeam looks like. And then we're gonna go back into the Glam 101 palette, and I'm gonna swatch Vienna. This one I'm assuming is gonna be a little bit darker. Not really, they're very similar. If you look here, this one maybe has a little bit more of a warm tone to it. This one's more light and crystal pearl looking, I would say. So both really, really nice shades. On this side, I'm gonna go ahead in with Moonbeam. Pretty. It looks a little bit glittery, but it also has a very reflective wet look, so I do really, really like that. I haven't worn highlighter in so long, you guys, at least not this intense, so I'm really feeling this. Like, this is making me very happy right now. Wow. Beautiful. I love that shade. We're gonna try Vienna. Don't worry, this brush is clean. It's just stained with pink for some reason. So we're gonna dip into Vienna, and I'm gonna put this on the other side. Whew. Oh, okay. Very, very intense, both highlighters. They look beautiful though, but wow. So that is Vienna, and that is Moonbeam. I can't even decide which one I like better. I think I prefer the formula of Moonbeam, but I really like the shade of Vienna, so that is beautiful. Love those, oh my God. Like, so far we've really had some gems, you guys. She-Lam knows what she's doing. All right, I think now we are ready to go ahead and jump into our eyes. I saw this lovely little number. This is the She-Lam Smart Cookie palette. This is actually an all matte palette, which I didn't really realize while I was getting it, so we're gonna have to do an all matte look. Sorry, but perfect for fall, right? This is what the shades look like. Oh my God, beautiful. Kind of reminds me of ColourPop, so pretty. So we're going to do something very, very simple. Oh, and before I forget, I also have a primer by She-Lam as well, an eye primer. So we're going to apply some eye primer first. So this is the She-Lam Ready Set Eye Primer. So it has a little doe foot applicator. I'm just going to apply some on the lid, blend that out with the finger. It has a very similar consistency. Like, I don't know if you guys remember from back in the day, Urban Decay I think they still have it, but they had this primer. It feels a lot like this. I can't remember, I think it's called like Primer Potion. The texture is like almost exact to this one. It has more of a silicone-y texture, which I don't know if I love, but we'll see how well it does on the eye. I don't even know if I'm putting on too much. I usually just use concealer as an eye primer. Blends out really nicely though, so I do like that. And the first thing we're gonna do is go in with this almost like bone white color, and I'm just going to set that primer in place so that it's not all draggy when I try to blend the rest of the shadows. Draggy. All right, we're ready, we're in there. I'm gonna go in with a transition color. So I think what I'm gonna use is Flower Power. That is the shade at the end right here. Oh, that shade's a little light. I honestly probably could have just used this to set my lid, to be honest. These are all pretty light at the top. Okay, I guess I'm just going over the white shade with that to tone it down a little bit. All right, now, in all seriousness, I think what we'll do then is we will go in with the shade Ginger Snap, and we're going to... These are really pigmented, you guys. Wow. This is like a peachy color. I didn't expect that. It's beautiful, though. I really like that. Do the same thing on the other eye. Now we're gonna go in with the shade Humble Crumble. And we're going to place that right underneath Ginger Snap. I'm really liking these shades, you guys. These are really pretty. This one is a very warm, almost like honey color. I just wanna keep it light today. Now we're gonna go in with the shade Brown Sugar. This brush is also stained pink, you guys, but I promise it's clean. I don't know why it's still pink. And we're going to place that right there. Colors are like marrying into each other really nicely too. I'm liking that. Just taking a big fluffy brush to blend all of those together. And today, you guys, I think I want to try doing a cut crease. I haven't done one of those in so long. I don't have the best eyelids for it. You see my eyes are a little bit hooded, so it doesn't always come out the best on me, but I'm still gonna try. So we're gonna go back into that Glam multifix palette. I'm just gonna take this really light yellowy shade, mix it a little bit with the pinker shade, and we're just gonna carve out my crease. And the thing with hooded eyes is you wanna kind of go over the fold, so that way you can see it still. So kind of like that. Whew, I haven't done this in so long. I just really don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm not really a pro. Try not to come for me and hurt my feelings, okay? I told you guys I'm sensitive. Don't hurt my feelings, please. This isn't even really called a cut crease. This is just like a half cut crease because I'm not going all the way across my eye. I'm just cutting this part, and then this other part I'm gonna fill in with eyeshadow. So I haven't done this in so long, I forgot the terms. Okay, well this side came out pretty crappy, so we're just gonna go ahead and roll with it, and then we'll try our best to fix it. I don't know if that's possible though. All I'm gonna do now is just go over my eye with this shade Fortune Teller. A little bit of that mixed with Milky Way, and we are going to set that cut crease. Again, I don't have any shimmer, so we're just gonna have to leave this pretty matte. There is no right or wrong with makeup. We just make do with what we can. We're not all pros here. Flower Power. I'm going to place that here. Ooh. What I really like about these shadows, you guys, is I noticed there's not a lot of fallout. I mean, they're not like dropping to my under eye or anything like that, so that is really nice. I'm loving that. Okay, She-Lam. And just in case there is any fallout though, I'm just gonna take the brush and Devil's Food and mix it a little bit with Love Chip. Not too much, just a little bit. I'm loving these shadows, you guys. They are very easy to work with. Almost done here. Oh my gosh, I've been really loving these products so far. I'm not gonna put anything on my bottom lid because I like to keep it pretty clean under there. So I do have this eyeliner. This is the She-Lam 2-in-1 stamp eyeliner, and it's really cute. It has this little heart stamp on one side, and the other side is just like a felt tip. I think what I'm gonna do is use the felt tip to make a little line. Hold your breath because I haven't done this in a really long time either. Not the easiest to work with because this felt tip is not very flexible. So it's just kind of making it hard for me to create a line without messing up. Create a very thin line just across the top of the eye, nothing major. So super thin, super simple. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Give me just one moment. Do you guys know how hard it is to do eyeliner on camera? Literally, I'm holding my breath the whole time. Oh my God. Oh my God. It'll all work itself out. We don't have to stress about it. There are plenty other things in life to stress about, and this shouldn't be one of them, Imani. You're gonna be fine. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna go any farther before I literally just accidentally go, oh, and then I end up looking like Hela from Thor Ragnarok. What we're gonna do is go in with a mascara. I do have a mascara. I never wear mascara anymore because I'm always wearing falsies. My lashes are like non-existent right now because the glue always pulls them out. So try and excuse that. I'm just a person with terrible eyelashes. I still deserve love. I'm going to curl my lashes and hope for the best. There's like one long eyelash and the rest are like just chopped off. So this is the Long at Last mascara. I love their packaging and like the color. And this is what the brush looks like. It's one of those silicone brushes. This says it's supposed to add extra length and volume. Smudge proof, no streaks, no smudges, just gorgeous and long lasting. Why, thank you. It's definitely standing them up and holding the curl. So far the claims are very accurate. It's lengthening and separating, so I like that. I think I'm just gonna add a little heart stamp just for fun. I don't know, should I do it? I feel like an e-girl. It's cute though. I have the She-Lam Take a Hint lip tint. This is in the shade Birthday Lips. So I have birthday skin and birthday lips. What are the chances? I haven't had the best history with lip tints. They usually taste pretty chemical-y. So I'm hoping this one doesn't taste like that. That is what the applicator looks like. I didn't get a lip liner or anything, so we're just gonna have to roll with it. Oof. That's like coming off pretty white casty. Hopefully it adjusts. Well, I do like the juiciness it kind of gives to your lips. It looks very plump. I think the color is definitely coming through. That is so pretty. It takes a minute for the shade to really show up, but I really like the way that looks. All right, and lastly, all we have to do is set our entire face. So I have this Press Refresh setting spray. It doesn't really have that many claims other than it sets your makeup and refreshes it. Let me just say though, this is probably the cutest bottle I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, look how freaking adorable that is. Are you kidding me? It says it smells like vacation. We all know what that smells like. See how the mister is. Hopefully it's not. Ooh. Beautiful mister. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot wait to put some. It smells very coconutty. I like that. I guess that's what they mean by vacation. Ooh, feels nice. Wow, I really, really like that. All right, you guys, so that is pretty much it. That is the finished look. This is the finished face. Let me give you a little close-up. What are we thinking about these products, you guys? I definitely found some gems today and I'm gonna keep them in my collection. There were a few things that I didn't love as much, but we'll kind of go through that. We're gonna kind of go in random order right now. So I'm sorry, you guys, because everything is kind of crazy in front of me. First things first, I loved this Smart Cookie palette. The shades in here are absolutely beautiful. The shadows really blended in really well. Although they're a little bit powdery, there wasn't a whole lot of fallout. Like, I really didn't notice any at all. I will be using this again. And like I said, it kind of reminds me of ColourPop. I just love these little shades and this is perfect for fall. Another thing I really, really love is this Dulce de Leche multifix concealer palette. Oh my gosh, you guys, this I used for so many things. I used as concealer, corrector, and to color out my brows. I am loving this and I will definitely be using this again. And the good thing about this is it actually comes in multiple shades. So even if this Dulce de Leche shade is a little too dark or a little too light for you, I do believe they may have one deeper and I think they have one lighter. I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on that, but either way, you have options. Another thing I truly loved was this Insta-Ready Powder. I love the concept that it has a double powder situation. So you have your loose setting powder that has a little tint to it, and then you have a translucent on top. This is really great for on the go. It is a little bit bulky, but you know, if you have room in your makeup bag or in your purse, you can just throw it in and touch up at any time. And I think it is so finely milled and softly focused. Like, it just added a beautiful look to the foundation. So I really like this. This Glam 101 blush and highlighter duo was really nice as well. I love the shade of this blush, you guys. Like, oh my gosh, it is so pretty. It's like this beautiful terracotta, almost like peachy, but like more on the deep peachy side. Like, I love the way this looks and it was so easy to blend out. It just looks so flattering and I think it would look flattering on a variety of skin tones. This highlighter and the Mousse Moonbeam highlighter, these are beautiful. I love them both. I need them both and I will be using them both again. They are amazing. I also really, really loved this brow pomade. Definitely going to be incorporating this into my everyday routines, probably just kind of switch out between this and my e.l.f. one. I love the shade of this and I think it did a really good job on my brows. I love how dark this is. Now for the She-Lam liquid blush and bronzers. I really liked the bronzer formula. I think this was really, really nice. I definitely want to get some more shades in this because I wasn't in love with the shade I used today, but the formula is on point. Super blendable, super lightweight, and it just is fabulous. The blush I wasn't so fond of because I did feel like it lifted the foundation a lot, which I didn't feel like the bronzer did, but I would assume they're kind of the same formula, so it was a little weird for me, but I did really enjoy the color. So I think this is worth it if you do find a foundation where this doesn't make it come off. I don't know, maybe it was just me, maybe it had to do with the primer. I am not entirely sure, but it just didn't work as well as the bronzer in my opinion. As for the lip products, I really did enjoy the Balm. This is a very simple, affordable product that you can just kind of throw in your purse or in your pocket just to have a nice nourishing balm throughout the day and add a little tint to your lips. I love tinted lip balms because it not only moisturizes your lips, but it helps them from looking dull, which I really enjoy. So I did like this. The Birthday Lips lip tint. I actually really like this. It took me a minute to like it, but I do like this. I love the color it gives to my lips and look how they just still look juicy. Like, that may partially be because of the lip balm I was wearing before, but I feel like it just added a beautiful sheen and plumpness to my lips. Along with the shade of this, I think it really worked out. I'm enjoying it. Usually with other lip tints I tried, it's very drying and the flavor is really weird. It tastes very chemically, but not with this one. I'm not saying I eat lip tints, but you know, if it's on your lips, you're gonna taste it. A winner. The The Long at Last mascara was definitely a goodie. I really enjoyed how it separated and lengthened my lashes. My lashes are kind of non-existent right now, so I can't tell too well, but if you have really long, amazing lashes already, I guarantee this will look so good on you. Like, oh my gosh. This is a good mascara, and it's one of those drier formulas, so it's not gonna weight your lashes down. It's very lightweight, and it just really lifts them up, so I think you'll really enjoy this. The 12-Hour Full Coverage Concealer. Honestly, you guys, I think this is sort of a pass for me. There's nothing in particular I loved about this. The only thing I would say is it's very hydrating under the eyes, but other than that, I don't feel like the coverage was just like super on point. Really liked the multi-use palette a lot better than I liked this. As for the eye primer, I think this one is pretty good. I don't use eye primers too often, so I really don't have much to compare it to. I think it gets the job done. It made my eyeshadow look very vibrant, and they were easily blendable on top. So do I think it's absolutely groundbreaking and you absolutely have to have it in your collection? No, but it's a pretty good eye primer. The Birthday Skin Face Primer. A little bit on the fence about this, you guys. I didn't really notice it do very much to my skin, but maybe I just didn't put enough on, or maybe I'm not noticing it that much because I don't wear primer too often. I'm not entirely sure. It's not particularly moisturizing or anything like that. It's really hard to tell. You really have to feel the consistency for me to get my point across. I think it's an okay primer. It's nothing amazing, but I think it looks pretty good on the skin, and I feel like it's holding the foundation really well. So try it if you want to. I'm probably not going to be using this too much, but the packaging though, that is beautiful. This looks like literally something you'd get from Estee Lauder for like 60 bucks. And now for the Complexion Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation. I actually really like the foundation, you guys. I think it looks very natural. I love the way it sets down. It just feels like it's not going anywhere. It feels like it's there. So you know it's gonna be long lasting. I think the color worked out really well. Again, I did get the color Wheat. It is buildable, it is comfortable, and I think this is definitely a winner. Again, I do prefer the Balm foundation a little bit more from She-Lam, but this one is definitely staying in my collection. I will be using it again. I love it. And I did want to give you guys just another little close-up on how it looks. It is settling into my smile lines, so if that's something that's a concern of yours, I would just keep a lookout for that, and maybe just prime really well and see if that works for you. But it is a good foundation. I really like it. And last, but certainly not least, this beautiful little setting spray here. Like, literally, guys, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I love this setting spray. The mister is really nice on this. It feels like it really hydrated my skin. It is a very soft mist, so you don't feel like you're squirting yourself in the face with it. It has a beautiful smell. It's super subtle, and it's very much like coconut, which I like the smell of, but if you don't like fragrance, you're probably not gonna like this. This was like one of my favorite products today. Love it. And that is pretty much it for this video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed. I definitely had a lot of fun trying out new products for you today. These were all so affordable, and some of these were really amazing. Again, I will have everything linked down below if you're interested in anything I put on my face today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out and lets me know you are enjoying. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye!